Hello everyone and welcome back to Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Philosophy Pebble. In the last episode we collected some fire seeds for Hagrid, and in this episode we are just glitching into his stairs, because why wouldn't we be? It's an amazing start for an episode, just glitching into the stairs and then seeing very bad flashy fire effects, and then we have a dragon in 3, 2, 1, not quite. I'm bad at this, okay? So, there we go. That's the dragon. And I think this episode we're also going to immediately take the dragon away. But no, because to take Norbert away, we must have the invisibility cloak, which we get. The first thing we do with that is go into the library, I think. Do we not go into the library in this version of the game? No, again, we must, because otherwise we skip out on the Mirror of Erised scene. Do they get combined? I don't know. Quidditch! It's Quidditch time! We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with the game and the order of events. For right now, it's time to play Quidditch, and this is literally the best part of the game. It's not as good as in later games, I don't think. I think in game 2 and potentially 3. I don't know if it is in 3 actually on the PC version. But in game 2 it's a lot more fun. I don't remember how Quidditch World Cup works. Does World Cup play more like FIFA? Or does it play like this but for like an entire game? Because if it's this for an entire game, that is kind of cheap, because this is not something you should base an entire game on. But I'd also kind of be okay paying for that game. It's been a while since I've played it, and with a while I mean like well over 10 years at this point. Probably 15. And I've never actually owned it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never actually owned Quidditch World Cup. I played it, I don't know where, it's probably on one of those GameCube setups somewhere at like a grocery store or whatever. Tell me that's not just a thing we had here. Tell me that's not just like a Dutch or a European thing. Like, grocery stores used to have, like, places set up, which, my god, are we... That was it. That was it. Anyway, grocery stores used to have these, like, little things set up with, like, a lot of toys and stuff. For kids to play, and at a certain point they also added like GameCube to PlayStation 2. I was gonna say, does this not end? Or PlayStation 2 consoles to that area. And I remember playing a lot of Mario Football in the GameCube version. I might have also played Quidditch World Cup in one of those, but it might have been somewhere else. It might have just been at like a friend's house. I don't remember. What I do, however, remember is I've played it. I just don't remember what the game's like at all.
Congratulations again for winning the Quidditch match against Slytherin.
Okay, so what are we going to do now? Because I am very confused. I'm guessing we might go to a... Oh, we also need to do potions still, I think. Is potions even a thing in this game? I don't know. We're going to the 3rd floor corridor, apparently. We also need to do the troll. There's so much more in this game than I remember. And I don't know where it's all going to fit in, because it's not a very long game. I remember distinctly this game being really short. Compared to the other games, anyway. So... But there's so much content to fit in here. It's kind of ridiculous. It's also the shortest book. I started re-listening to... Follow those guys. I started re-listening to the Harry Potter books like last year. We can't follow them. That's fine then. So I started re-listening to the audiobooks last year, and I was surprised to learn how short the book for this game actually is. It's kind of ridiculous, because I think it's only got like 13 or 14 chapters, something like that. Compared to Goblet of Fire and Beyond, which are like 3 to 4 times the size of that. Really surprised how short the first 2, even 3 books are. And I felt like they were all roughly the same size, and then Order of the Phoenix is like ridiculously big, like 700 something pages. Then again, that might also be a language version, language difference, because obviously I know the page counts from the Dutch versions, which I read when I was younger. I remember Order of the Phoenix being significantly bigger into the 700 pages. It might actually be either more or less in the English version. I'm assuming it's probably roughly similar, though I don't know for sure. The languages are similar enough to the point where I'd say it's probably not significantly longer or shorter for a book, but yeah, I think the original Harry Potter book, Sorcerer's Stone, Philosopher's Stone, is the real original, I know. It's like only 100 and something, like 120 or so pages, which for a novel is actually really short. Because, okay, if you like Harry Potter, chances are you will like the Kingkiller Chronicles as well. You might have like read the books. There's 2 out as of right now. We're still waiting for book number 3. You Game of Thrones fans, shut the fuck up. We are still waiting for book number 3 for as long... Okay, so we learned Lumos today. For as long as you have for your most recent book. I'm pretty sure. I think we've been waiting for as long, but we didn't get a TV show that's like 6 seasons or 7 seasons or 8. I don't know how long Game of Thrones is. I didn't watch it. So, Game of Thrones fans, please shut the fuck up. So, Kingkiller Chronicles, The Name of the Wind, and A Wise Man's Fear are the names of the books. And those are some chunky books as well. I don't know the exact page count, but I think the first one is like... This is not going well. I think the first one is like 700 pages, 800 pages, and then the second one is like 1100 pages. It's insane. So, I'm really waiting for the third book on that one still. I love both of those books. But at some point, you've analyzed the crap out of those books, and you pretty much know like about 50% of what's going to happen likely in the next book, because we've had, at this point, close to 10 years' time to analyze, we as the community, I mean, to analyze these books to like the last syllable. And a lot of the plot twists, which there's a little hints, and they were probably supposed to be hints that you'll pick up on rereading the books after reading the entire story. But at this point, it's been 10 years, people have been rereading this, and they've been seeing patterns. So, yeah, I'm not saying there's absolutely no surprises going to be in the next book, because obviously elements can be introduced which haven't been introduced, which can be surprising in the book itself, and then there's some mysteries that, even with a lot of analysis, people just haven't figured out yet. So we still want the third book. It's just... It's annoying. And I know. If you've read the Game of Thrones books, you know this feeling. But imagine not having a really good TV show until the last season, apparently, to go along with your books. I think we might make the 95% here. Hold on. This is also the last spell you learn in the game, I'm pretty sure. We made 100%! Holy crap! Wow! That's 100%. I'm impressed by myself, I'm not gonna lie. That was some good... That was good. That was really good. While I was ranting about books as well. Okay, so we do Lumos today, and then I guess we do the library next time around, and then after that we do Norbert's Forest, because this is the last spell we learn. You start with Quirrell in Defense Against the Dark Arts, learning Flipendo, and then the last spell you learn is Lumos, also from Quirrell. So this is the last spell we learn. We are now a fully realized wizard. Not really. So after this, it's just story things. So maybe there's not a Quidditch match in there somewhere. I hope so, because the Quidditch match we did today wasn't this episode, right? I think it was really pathetic. I don't feel like it was supposed to be that pathetic. It was really anticlimactic at the end of the day. So we do Lumos today. And Lumos is one of those spells. I think Lumos might be the spell that comes up in most games in the franchise. Because I think Flipendo gets dropped after the second game. Is it in the third game? I don't know if it's in the third game. It might be. Don't remember. It definitely isn't in the fourth game, and I think Lumos still is. And it might not be in the fifth game, but at that point, Flipendo definitely isn't in the games either anymore. Because, funnily enough, Flipendo is a very iconic spell because of the game, but it's also a spell that only exists in the games. It doesn't exist in any movie or book. It's literally a game-only spell. Which that brings me back to, I think 2 episodes ago I was talking about this, with the looks of Godric Gryffindor and how he looks, and that it doesn't really match with what I imagine. But then I wondered, how canonical are these games? Brings me back to the same question. How canonical are these games? Is Flipendo canonically a spell in the Harry Potter universe? Yes or no? I very much look forward to hearing what you guys think about that in both those episodes, because obviously as of me recording this, the episode where I talk about Gryffindor hasn't gone up yet. As a matter of fact, I haven't even done the editing on that yet because it's the same recording session. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing you guys' opinion on what counts as canon in the Harry Potter. Okay, no, let's go into this. Let's make the comment section potentially into a flame war. Because what counts as canon in the Harry Potter series? Obviously, the main 7 books. They are canon. They are the main canon. Then, the movies. I'd say, no. No, the movies are not canon. They are adaptations of canon material, but they in and of themselves are not canon. Things that happen in the movies that don't happen in the... Sorry, I'm not censored. Things that happen in the movies that do not happen in the books are not canon. You can, assign them, second-tier canons, so long as nothing else in the canon contradicts it. There's no reason not to count it as canon, I suppose. Then we get to the Cursed Child, which J.K. Rowling at some point confirmed to be canon, but actually goes against, a lot of canon information and IDs and principles. So, I don't know, JK, I'm going to say you're wrong on that one, and the Cursed Child very much not canon. But then, potentially the most interesting one of them all, right? Fantastic Beasts. It's not finished yet, so we don't know how all the information we have as of right now will fit together eventually. But right now, Fantastic Beasts seems to heavily, especially with the second movie, heavily go against canon information. Meaning that surely you can't consider it canon. Also, I mean, it's weird. It is written by J.K. Rowling, but it contradicts the books, and again, the books are base canon, and anything that contradicts the books just by nature of how canonicity works can't be canon as a result of that, I want to say. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't really care too much, generally speaking, about canonicity of things, because usually I'm I know this is probably a very small margin of people that are interested in both these things, but let's talk about Dragon Ball for a moment here. People debate what is canon in Dragon Ball and what is not canon in Dragon Ball. And you obviously have the original Dragon Ball and then Dragon Ball Z, which is actually part of the original Dragon Ball manga. There's no Z manga, it's just the Dragon Ball manga. The second half the show suddenly was called Z. Really weird. But then you've got Dragon Ball GT, which is considered non-canon. Still a fun show. It's got its ups and downs, but still a fun show. And then Dragon Ball Super. And people consider Dragon Ball Super to be non-canon because they don't like it. But I'm pretty sure Dragon Ball Super, generally speaking, should be considered canon because I think that's just like there's a statement been made that that is canon, and that's also the general writing for it has been done by the original author. So this is not where I'm supposed to be going, clearly. Okay, so that is my my little discussion about Dragon Ball. I'm not going to go too much in depth about that because I'm going to, again, go ahead and assume that most people watching this don't really give too much of a crap about Dragon Ball Z or any other kind of Dragon Ball. Again, not entirely sure how I'm supposed to exit this area. Because there's a gate over here, which actually, yeah, it does lead somewhere. I was going to say, actually, it doesn't seem like it leads anywhere, but maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe I can just walk through this door. I don't think I've tried that yet. Let's give that a shot. Yeah, you can just walk through the door. I'm just an idiot. Okay, that's good to know. I am just an idiot. And with that, I think we're getting pretty close. Dead. We are very dead. The first time we've died, like halfway through the game. Probably a little bit over halfway through the game at this point. It's the first time we've died. It's not a very difficult game. But the perspective there really kind of fucked with me. Because it's not as much the perspective as it is the fact that it's not a solid platform. Rather, it's just a particle emitter. Which means it's kind of difficult for me to judge. And that is a me issue. It's not the game doing anything wrong there. That is just me not judging well enough. But it's kind of hard to judge sometimes where the actual like hitbox of the platform is because obviously there's no visible 3D model for that hitbox. It's just a couple of particle emitters, as I said before. And
Hello again, Harry.
hello, nearly headless Nick. Hello again, Harry. Hello, nearly headless Nick. I can't talk apparently. Is this your secret napping place? That's very nice for you, I guess. I don't really care. Is that an Easter egg? I thought he was going to like give me some instructions there, but that just seems like an Easter egg. But it's also the path you eventually have to take, so it's just a little bit of a weird placement of an NPC. I just need to find the last statue. I'm thinking there's also going to be a potions lesson still. I'm not entirely sure. There has to be. Yeah, because that's where you think Snape is trying to kill you, but it's actually Quirrell? Or is that in the dungeons itself? In the, not the dungeons, it's the third floor corridor trial thing. I feel like there's also a potions lesson. Maybe Lumos is the last spell you learn, but then there's also potions still to go? I don't remember. And it really bothers me that I don't remember. Because I probably just sound very stupid to all of you who do know. The other reason I remember that, by the way, because I remember a cutscene which takes place in a place very similar to that room over there. But again, now surely that wouldn't be the second game. That wouldn't happen in the second game. It has to be this game. But then, again, I'm confused. I've just like lost all memory of this game apparently. Probably somebody obliviated me or some shit like that. You say it's because it's a Harry Potter thing? I said a Harry Potter thing because it's a Harry Potter. It's a funny. Yeah, and that's the end of the obstacle course. So we're about to end of this episode, I'm fairly certain. Thank you for spawning. I was going to say, if this is an anti-piracy thing, because obviously I'm I'm not playing this on original CD because I don't think that would work on modern PCs, honestly. I think that would bring quite a lot of issues on a modern PC. Even getting this to capture in my screen recording software was kind of a bitch because this game is just so damn old. So yeah, I did download this off the internet. I'm very sorry to disappoint any of you. I think somewhere I must still have a CD with this game on it because I used to have this when I was a kid. Maybe. I mean, I definitely had it. I just don't know if I still would have the CD anywhere. Probably. Maybe. Probably threw it out at some point. I would throw it out, I mean, probably my parents did. When I was like... moved out, maybe? I don't know. Until the next time. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you have. I'll see you back next time when I don't know what we'll be doing. We'll be doing a thing though, and what that thing will be, we'll find out together. I've been Walker, you've been awesome. Until the next time, bye.